So this is an voluntary association, cooperative societies you may be seeing at your surroundings. Some people coming forward and framing into a group to protect themselves and to promote themselves. They will be having certain interest of one particular area. So all those people come into one group and they will frame as an cooperative societies. So this will be framed mainly for service motive, not for profit motive. These societies are going to play an important role in India. So for welfare of certain group of people, to protect them, to promote them. Especially you can take the example of agriculturists. All the farmers, they will be coming into one group and they are going to frame into an society, farmers cooperative society, like that society will be framed here. And some small business people also come into a group and they are going to frame into an societies. And if any weaker sections are there, all those weaker sections, they are going to frame into an society and they are going to register this cooperative society in the Cooperative Societies Act. And they will be starting that and they will help each other. They will become members of that society and they will be doing everything to help themselves, to promote themselves, to serve themselves. So coming to the features, what are the features that it should have? What are the characteristics that it should have? Means it should have a separate legal entity is there. As I said, the Cooperative Society Act is there. And voluntary association, no one will be forcing to frame this society. They voluntarily come forward and they are going to set up this on their own. No one is going to force them. So mainly they are going to frame this for welfare purpose. And they are going to help each other, self-help, for helping themselves and their group members. They are going to frame this. And they will be having a common objective. And this cooperative society should be compulsory registered under this Cooperative Societies Act. And a person who is going to have the membership in this cooperative society is going to be provided help from this society. Non-members will not be provided help. If they are non-members, they will be charging a certain amount. Okay. And this membership fee will be very less because this is for service motive. They will not charge large amount as membership. And every person who is having a membership in the society will be having one vote. If he is having more than one membership, also he is going to have only one vote. And it is going to finance by the members itself. No other person will come and finance this society. The members of the society will be financing the cooperative societies. Here shares will not be transferred to any other people. And in case of any profit that was earned by these societies, that will be distributed among these members equally. So unequal distribution of profits will not be there. Everything will be equal here. So why we are calling it as a, let us see these features in detail. Cooperative society is a legal entity, we told, no, because this is distinct. This is different from the members who are going to start this. So members are different, and this society is different. As we have seen in joint stock company, in the same manner here, society is framed means legally it was registered and it is having any legal action. If you want to take against this, that can be taken over by any member or non-member who are connected with this cooperative societies, because it is registered under Cooperative Societies Act. So once it is a legal entity, it can enter, it will be acting as an artificial person. It can enter into any contracts and on its in its own name. It will be having given a certain name, no? Based on that name, they can enter into any contracts. If a legal entity is not there, that is not possible. And it can take action against any name. Okay? Any of the person also. So why this is called as a voluntary association means all the members are going to come together, join together to frame an society. No? So that is the reason it is called as what? Voluntary association. So out of their own free time, they will come together here. So they are going to utilize their free time to promote their interests. So these members will be having certain meetings and they are going to promote their interests. So any member, any person who want to become a member of this society are not going to be rejected here. So if you are not interested to continue as a member, you can leave the society anytime and no one will restrict you. So no one is going to force any person to continue in the society. At the time of leaving, if any member is going to provide certain capital finance facility to the society, if they have deposited any amount in the society for capital purpose, he can withdraw that amount. He can get back their amount by leaving the society. So this is set up for democratic purpose only. So because it is here, cooperative societies are managed like that. Members will be electing a managing committee here. Among all the members, general meeting will be conducted. Some group of people will be elected by all the members, and those people are going to conduct the general meeting annually, every year, regarding what they have to do, what they need to follow. For everything, they will discuss in these general meetings how the cooperative society should be further taken into further actions or further improvement of the cooperative society. They are going to conduct these general meetings. So all the affairs of these cooperative societies will be managed by these committee members who was elected, and they are going to frame the policies of the company or society. So their main purpose is welfare motive. They are not going to run this cooperative society to earn profits, but they want to serve the people and they want to promote their interests. People means here not outside people, the society members. To serve the society members, they are starting such cooperative societies. So they can also earn profits. They can provide services on behalf of a cooperative society to outsiders, non-members, and they will charge for this service higher prices. And in that manner, they can earn profits. So these profits are going to be spent for the welfare of the community, or the society. So they are mainly framed for self-help, for helping themselves and as well as the members of the cooperative society. So they will be protecting these members. If any private exploitation is there, from that they will be protecting these members. So their main motto will be all for one and one for all. Like that they will be working. So they will have a common objective. So, for example, if you take quality goods at cheaper prices, they want to purchase, means that will become one objective. Otherwise, if they are having, for example, if we take agricultural farmers, so they are going to produce a product, no? So that product they want to market, means for marketing their product, they can come into an cooperative society. They can frame into an cooperative society, or sometimes they may be there may be certain problem like availing credit facilities. So if all the group members are going to come into one group, all the people, those who are having this problem of availing credit, so all those people will come into one group and they are going to frame into an cooperative society, and they can avail the credit facilities also. So that means every member of the cooperative society will be having the same objective, and you have to compulsory register this cooperative society. The cooperative societies. Okay, I am going to end. Cooperative Societies Act will be 1912. According to 1912 cooperative societies, you need to compulsory register this cooperative society. And if it is related to any state, that state cooperative society, according to that, you need to register this society.